Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bailey.
And I'm Raquel.
And this is the Whole Shebang Podcast.
Hi, guys, and welcome back to our episode 15, which is another fandom episode of the Apothecary Diaries.
And we're joined by Judy, and now we get to
Judy.
see her beautiful face.
You get to meet her in person.
They made me taller. Get it?
We ran out of comfy chairs, so Judy's now on a uncomfortable kitchen chair.
And she is very tall.
And I hit my head on the wall.
Yeah, it's slanted.
Welcome to our podcast studio, Judy.
Our second video.
Our second video. Last time Judy was recording with us, we were sitting on the couch in the living room.
Yes, so things have changed a little bit.
We're trying, and we just had her bridal shower party.
Bridal shower day.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That was actually really great.
Yay, we succeeded. We should do a separate episode called Judy's Wedding Adventures. And it can be a special episode about her wedding adventures. And she's looking at the panic in her face.
I am, and like, oh my god. That'll be interesting.
Well, then you can share the things that went well, the things that may have been unexpected, what you would do differently. You know, give your advice, and maybe one of your family members will do something fun for us to talk about. Or me. It'll probably be me.
You've been doing a lot so far.
Our how many subscribers do we have now? 7? I think it's all people we know. If we don't know you, we'd love to get to know you.
And if we do know you, thanks. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you guys. Like and subscribe.
We see you there in the comments. You know who you are.
Anyway.
Talk about the Apothecary Diaries. Season 2 just finished. If you haven't watched it, spoilers ahead.
Yes, spoiler alert now for the Apothecaries, probably season 1 and season 2. But if you haven't watched it, where have you been? Where have you been? Because it has been a top anime for a couple years now, I think, ever since it came out.
Has it been 2 years? Has it been running for 2 years?
I want to say 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's also very beautiful.
The animation and art style is fantastic.
It's like a Japanese anime that looks very Chinese, and it's set in a Chinese era, too.
It's really well done.
Very well done.
The dancing scenes are gorgeous.
Ooh, yeah.
So who wants to give a summary?
Oh,
Basic beginning.
Bailey looks prepared to start.
no, not at all. That was my panic. Oh, summary.
That was, if I was a teacher, I would have called on you to speak if you did that. So I'm calling on you to speak because you did that.
Okay, so the Apothecary Diaries follows Mamau, who is an apothecary, so like a medicine person. And she ends up getting kidnapped and brought to the inner palace to work with the courtesans who are concubines for the current emperor. And while she's there, she kind of decodes mysteries, yeah, with her medicinal knowledge and just her incredible thinking skills. And one of the eunuchs in the rear palace is Jinshi, and he becomes very involved because she ends up working with one of the high-ranking concubines. And chaos and adventure.
Mm-hmm. I would put it more as like, I don't know if you could say it's a romance, a mystery, and
Historical drama.
Yeah. I love how it's a romance, but the romantic interest is not interested.
Yeah. That's so fun.
It is.
She is my favorite character, and I love just the Mama energy. And if you don't know, if you haven't seen season 2, the best scene, in my opinion.
Don't.
No, she can say, we said spoilers. Spoilers are coming.
Spoilers. Okay.
Is when she touches the frog.
That one is pretty good in the manga, too.
Yeah.
So, Bailey, have you read the light novel yet?
Nope, I've had it for 2 years. Haven't read it yet. It's on the list. It's a process.
Why do you have it if you're not going to read it?
I do hope to read it. I just haven't.
Judy, would you like a copy of it?
Is it a physical copy?
No,
Okay,
I have
well,
it as a
then no.
PDF.
No, I'm good. I'm good. They did look beautiful.
They're nice, yeah.
I am not much of a light novel reader. I will go with the anime
That's fair.
any day.
I got sick of waiting to find out what was going to happen.
Yeah, I did that for Tensei, and I wanted to find out what happened, so I ended up downloading and
That one's traumatizing.
that I like the anime, not so much the main character, but the story in general. I ended up dropping that one after a bit. But anyway, we'll continue on with Apothecary Diaries and maybe do specific anime.
Yeah, I've read the light novel, not the recent stuff, because I stopped during Christmas last year because I needed to stop reading it. But I had read up to whatever was published in English at that point. Maybe I'll pick it up again this Christmas when I have time. But yeah, you should read it.
Yeah,
Do it.
it's on the list.
And they got greenlit for season 3.
And
So how excited are we for season 3? Because there's a lot going on.
So season 3, I read something online that said that they're going to move away from the courtesans and the emperors and go to a whole new land. So, I mean, it could be right, it could be wrong, but
I think half the season will be that.
yeah. I mean, whatever happens there, like, I would be interested. What happened in the last episode kind of leaned towards that, so.
I'm trying to
It's a
remember because
possibility.
it's been a while since I've read it. And there's one storyline I always forget that I'm pretty sure is going to happen next. And we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. Because I need to reread it, guys.
But yes, for this fandom episode. So what drew us all in to Apothecaries to begin with?
I didn't have a choice. You sat me down on the couch and said, we're watching this now.
But what kept you in it?
Well, Bailey and I binged season 1 in one sitting, so I didn't have much of a choice.
But then you watched season 2 before I did, so what made you watch season 2?
Well, I read the light novel.
Okay.
I like the historical part of it. I like learning new facts. And I've always, as a kid, I was obsessed with making potions and medicines and plants and things. So for me, that kind of is fun. I like most animes that are like that. And the romance is hilarious. Everyone loves a good rom-com, and that one's fun.
Oh, yeah. I've made you watch several rom-coms,
Oh, yeah, a lot.
and this one has been quite fun.
I just feel so bad for the guy. He tried so hard. And she just doesn't want anything to do with him, and that's why he likes her, and it's funny.
Oh my god.
Especially in the beginning when she's completely repulsed by him. And he's like, oh, someone actually isn't fawning over me. This is great. And then he tries and she just won't listen to him. What made you watch it first since you introduced me?
So I am an avid anime watcher, and I usually pay attention to all the new animes coming out in the different seasons. And Apothecary Diaries happened, and I do really enjoy the art style. I just find it absolutely stunning.
Yeah, when
compared
you told me about it, you said there's a beautiful anime, you have to watch it, no choice.
Yeah, it was just so with a lot of the anime animations, because they make them weekly and so quickly, the quality of animation doesn't really hold up a lot. But this was one anime that I had watched, and it was just drop dead gorgeous from the very beginning. Like, the intro itself was just amazing. They didn't half-ass anything on the anime. So I started watching. Then it has a little bit of that, that mystery. And then I really liked Mamao's character. That just, I was kidnapped, and now I'm just working in the rear palace, and I just don't care.
I like Consort Gyokyo.
Mhm.
I think she's fun. I think she knows way more than she lets on. And she's just like, she lives for the drama. And
Oh,
I live for
100%.
the drama, so I relate. What about you, Judy?
So, like Bailey, I loved the animation, and I loved how it was this Chinese setting, but it was the Japanese anime. It's like, this is a whole new setup. And what also got me into it was, because I'm in nursing, I love things that have a little bit of a medical asset to them. So when Mama was giving all of her medicinal facts, it's like, okay, yeah, I know that does that, and I know what this does. But when she was saying things that were like medically in that era, it's like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. I didn't realize that. So,
Medical
the-
history.
yes, medical history. So like the very first episode, courtesans and their babies had white face powder on them, and which had lead in it. And of course that led to lead poisoning, which ultimately killed
Happens
someone.
a lot in that time period. Like
But
the
people didn't
French too,
realize
who were
it.
covering themselves in the white face
But
powder.
people didn't realize it, and I thought that was actually really cool. Of course, it wasn't really good in the anime, but it was really cool history. And it's like, that's some cool
I
medical history.
actually learned things from this anime. Like about the honey in babies. I would never have thought like, oh, you can't give honey to a baby because of the possible toxins in it. But that is a real fact.
I actually had to look that up in the anime when they presented that because I'm like, there's no way. So I looked it up and it was true. And I was like, oh, okay, good thing I've never looked after a child.
Don't be thoughts with your children, dude.
Don't have children right now.
Not yet.
We also can't give the child water. That was a thing that I learned that it blew my mind because why would it not be able to drink
Yeah,
water?
we're
But
gonna
they
be
can.
great babysitters one day.
We're going to have a how-to book on how to take care of the
No,
baby.
you guys are gonna watch Apothecary Diaries again and just go like Malmouse listens to.
No face powder. It might eat my makeup.
But yeah, I really actually liked the historical medical facts as well. No one can really deny Mao Mao and Jinchi.
Yeah, they're
That's,
cute.
It's perfect. I like it.
Okay, so I said my favorite character. You said yours. Who's your favorite character, Judy? She has to think about it.
Now it's, what was her name? Lolan.
Oh, yeah, I did like her
Yeah.
too.
And I also like her, not for Lolan, but what was the other name she gave herself? You know what I'm talking about.
yeah. She's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
she's
sweet.
sweet.
I loved that character. I loved that she was so energetic and like she could come up with anything on a whim. Like you could be walking around and just she pops up with this bug in her hand. And it was like, "Hi guys."
I actually loved that in the anime, how they had her be... It was a twist. I didn't see it coming until they had it explained to me. You saw it coming from a mile away.
Yeah, I did.
But I like the contrast of how she was the consort, but then she was also just this girl who just loved bugs. It was so heartwarming.
It was probably a lot of fun for her too to finally have some freedom and be able
yeah,
to
of
just
course.
run around catching bugs. Minus her visits from the Emperor.
Well,
He's gonna become a fun character too, I think, once he becomes more involved.
yeah, I think we'll definitely see, because now that Jinshi is out of the closet, so to speak, on who he actually is, I think we're going to see a lot more about, like, the inner palace, because now, obviously, he has to step into that role as the prince.
And the new prince has, again, spoilers, been born, so
Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of conflict coming.
Yeah.
Yay! More drama!
But another thing we'll say is when season 3 of Apothecaries does drop, we will be reacting to it on our channel. Whenever that is, and I have seen spoilers for it being 2027. So it's a while. And hopefully this channel is still around by then. But I need more fans. It keeps me motivated. It feeds my soul.
So those of you who are watching or listening,
Who are not subscribed to our channel, subscribe.
make Bailey happy. We just want to be loved by the populace.
Is this a fandom episode or is this a please subscribe episode?
A little bit of both. That's why we're doing these episodes. We assumed that people would click on it for the content about their favorite shows.
Anyway, back to Apothecary
She's like,
Diaries.
nope, we're not talking about
We're
you.
gonna keep moving on. Apothecary Diaries. So,
You said you did some research, did you?
Yeah.
so when you guys said you guys wanted to do this episode, I rewatched like the first 3 episodes, and it was mostly like I wanted to look at it again as like, okay, so what medicinal things was Mao Lao doing in the first 3 episodes that were really relevant. And so I was actually looking through it. It's like, so of course there was the white face powder and the lead. And then you guys remember when she did her first food tester
Yeah.
job? So I actually did look that up. And I believe what she told the other lady in waiting was that if they had switched all the plates and silverware to silver, it would react better with poisons. So I looked it up, and actually it doesn't react with all poisons. Just reacts with, I believe, arsenic.
Interesting.
So it would react to some things, but not everything. But it would make things a bit easier on Malmo.
That's
Yeah.
one poison out of the way.
It's one thing
Yeah.
out of the way.
Arsenic.
Just to give the taste testers a little bit.
She'd probably taste it anyway.
Oh, yeah. Mal would eat it
100%.
anyway because it's Mal now, I mean. Okay, right. And then the last thing I can remember, no, there were other things. But anyway, one other thing, Jinshi came up to her and he said, could you please taste, I believe they were like dumplings or something.
Oh, were they the aphrodisiac
The
ones?
aphrodisiacs.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you would smell an aphrodisiac. I don't know what it was, obviously, but I was thinking about it afterwards, like, well, 2 common aphrodisiacs I can think of are pomegranate and, of course, chocolate. So, of course, there's many more, but...
Could be any kind of fruit, like oranges too.
Fruits are common aphrodisiacs.
There's certain parts of animals, too, that were considered aphrodisiacs that they put in things. Like bear gallstones was one, I think. Something along that.
Ooh, sexy bear gallstones.
Oh.
You know, back in the day, they needed the help. They didn't have Viagra.
Judy's like, what did I get into?
I did. So those were the ones I could think of without researching it, but it's like, I don't need to look up aphrodisiacs. At the very end of the 3rd episode, I think it was, the villagers that were burning, or the soldiers that were burning the fire, and then they fell ill. That was the one that made me really wonder. It's like, I know that because Mao's little theory on that was that there are plants that you can eat, but there are parts of it that are poisonous. And so my first thought was, okay, a rhubarb plant. Because you eat the rhubarb, but the leaves are poisonous. But plants that you burn, that one got me a little curious, so I looked it up, and I think that Google said things like poison ivy, things like that.
That makes sense.
Do not poison yourself with burning plants.
But a lot of plants are poisonous in the
yeah.
wrong quantities. Like parsley, if you overindulge in parsley, can be toxic. And I love parsley. You have to eat a lot of it, though.
Well, even you think of when they did the cinnamon challenge, like you take a little bit of cinnamon in
Because
your
it gets
food,
in your
it's fine.
lungs.
But the stupid cinnamon challenge, like you had a full scoop of cinnamon on your spoon and like,
Yeah, and then it's basically just eating powder, so you're gonna choke on it.
yeah.
Nutmeg has psychedelic properties.
I have some nutmeg downstairs.
No.
Shall we test that tonight?
No.
Remember the last time you took a gummy?
Like a psychedelic
Refer to episode 2, everybody, about Bailey and her
choices.
choices.
But we've already found out I don't read labels.
And you're still not reading
This
it.
is
No,
a
I'm not,
label.
actually.
This is advice.
Does she follow the advice, though, Judy? Did she not just send us a picture of a bag that says add xanthan gum to it right on the corner and she didn't read it?
Still not reading labels.
Anyway, so that's
But
interesting.
yeah, those were things that I thought of while I was watching the first couple episodes. I thought about this the other day, and I didn't even look this up, and I should have. There was one episode, and I don't remember which one it was, when there was a person who passed away, and Mao and the other doctor had come to examine, and Mao said, I can't touch this person. I remember the first time I watched it, I thought, okay, maybe it's just for her own reasons or whatever it is. And then Jinshi asks, well, why not? And she said, well, some parts of the human body can be used for medicinal purposes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was just gobsmacked at that one.
We will explain this to you.
Okay, you guys can explain this one to me because I didn't look it up.
This is a historic thing, especially mummies. The Victorians loved ground mummy as a medicine.
Okay, lovely.
they would use different parts. But actually, it explains further in the light novel, and spoilers ahead, that the part of the reason why he didn't want her experimenting on bodies is because when they learn surgery, they have to experiment on human bodies. And so he tries to keep her away from that, because if she starts learning surgery, she has to start learning medicine from the West. And because she's a woman, it's going to be really, really difficult for her, and it's going to have a lot of problems.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I just thought her dad was like, oh no, you're gonna get too excited. You're not gonna do that at all.
That's definitely the driving force, but there is this, like, he's trying to protect her, because as apothecary, she's okay. But if she starts doing surgery on people, that is a man's job. And that's gonna have her into some trouble. Which it will. It's a whole storyline. We'll get there.
Oh, it is a storyline.
We'll get there. With its popularity, yeah.
Yeah. I think it maybe not to the extent of like My Hero Academia or things like that, because I just find that those types of animes run
They're
too long.
they've been My Hero Academia has been going for 6 seasons on its 7th now, I think.
Yeah.
Plus
And
it has
no-
the side series.
And no signs of stopping.
No, actually it is on its last season.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, this is going to be its last season.
See, I dropped out My Hero Academia around season 3 or 4.
Yeah, no, this is the last season. They are finally going to defeat the bad guy.
Finally, took them like 7 seasons.
We should have a episode one of these days for just anime in general.
Yeah.
Just pick a few. It doesn't have to be all of them. But anyway, we should try to stay on this anime thing. But there is one other thing that I just remembered. I think this one goes clearly with my field of practice. When Lady Gyokyo was saying that her baby felt a bit different than her first one, then Mao Mao examined her and she said that the baby was breech. She could do a procedure to move the baby. That was actually pretty accurate. We have actually had training to do something similar to that. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I don't want people deciding, hey, I was taught on a podcast how to do this. It's like, don't think you know how to do things because you saw them on anime either. But we were taught like very similar motions of how to treat a breech pregnancy if need be. So actually, those were accurate.
That's disturbing.
Yep.
Yeah. So why
that's
not
nothing.
having kids to like physically move the baby inside? Like I know they move anyway.
I know, I don't like it either.
I don't like it. Yeah, no, I just don't
no.
like it. Like I
Two of us are not cut out to be parents in this room.
no. I mean, I see videos of people who are like, "Oh, look at my baby kicking," and then you just see their stomach distort and I'm like, so
Okay, so
I'll leave that to other people.
So if you
who want
ever get
children.
twins, we'll be avoiding your tummy.
you know, I think I feel more comfortable with that because there's people who are just going to come up and touch people's bellies without even asking, and it's like, I didn't give you permission. Just leave my baby in my belly alone.
Unnecessary touching, but yeah, you can move it around if you have to.
Yeah, I mean, preferably leave it to the professionals because they'll know like
What they're doing.
the
'Cause you could
anatomy and where the baby is.
do serious damage trying to do that yourself. This is serious. You shouldn't be messing around.
Technically, yes, but that's why you leave it to the apothecary, right? Who's done this like twice.
Well, at least she could tell, and she knew that she didn't have the knowledge to deal with it, so she asked them to bring in someone who did, which was her adopted father. So that, I think, speaks to her character, where she really knows, I don't know this, but somebody else does. I'm not an expert, so let's get someone who is, instead of trying to fake it.
Oh,
Can I just say, though, that her father is delightful.
I love her.
He's crazy, but he's delightful. He'd throw out his back. Oh, he's fun. Their family is going to be shown a lot more, too. More of the family.
the family dynamic.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it. Just
We'll
I'll
wait
tell
and see.
Bailey later.
I'll forget it, so it doesn't really matter if she spoils it for me. But yeah, I guess that's our take on the Apothecary Diaries. We're eagerly awaiting season 3. And we will be doing reactions of other animes coming up on this channel.
whenever we decide to start that and figure it all out.
Yeah, we're still learning. But Apothecaries, definitely go and watch, especially if you like animes that have good quality storylines and animations.
Amazing animation and art.
Beautiful music, beautiful dancing.
We have the
yeah,
dancing.
The dancing is amazing. They did the CGI perfect for those.
There's 3 dancing sequences, and they are all fantastic.
Great. But yeah, we will see you guys all in another 2 weeks for a podcast episode. And that's all for today. Cheers.
That's all for today. Catch us on Instagram, where we drop teasers for the next show, and our Discord account. Links are down below.